You want to do it? Do you
Yeah,
want to do the
sure.
intro?
Hi. Welcome
To
Car Drama. This is a special episode where we're going to talk about the recent Shanghai Auto Show. We're just going to give you some of our thoughts.
we weren't able to go. We just want to make it clear that we weren't there.
Yeah, it just didn't work
Yeah.
out with our schedules.
Mm-mm.
We were invited.
And we are not allowed to go, actually.
Oh, that was the reason why?
Because no Americans can go
Oh.
anywhere. We weren't able to go.
Vaccinated.
But we have opinions.
We
right?
do. I have
Yes.
a lot of opinions.
You have an awful lot of opinions.
And you have awful opinions.
I just want to give you a little hug with my hands.
So,
Without much further ado,
or keeping of the camera.
we
Highlights.
can you read?
I can read.
We have our highlights on the ground, so if you see me looking down, it's not because I don't like you guys, it's because I'm trying to read whatever.
He also has a poor depth perception.
It's true.
Sweet.
I just drive by bumping into things.
Yeah, I don't know how you survive. So you had some opportunity to kind of take a look at some of the cars that they unveiled.
I
right?
did. I really scoped them out.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
have a few top of mind that you liked?
Well, should we start with the list that I've made?
I was trying to be.
Oh, you're trying to be spontaneous.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I like
Okay.
fun and friendly and cool.
Okay, let me
but-
see. There's one that I loved. It was the Ford Evos. I actually did love that. I thought
I thought it looked really cool.
Okay, so the Ford Evos, it's the one that they showed us specifically for the Chinese market. But it looks really cool. I love the way it looks. It's like a weird, like, what would you call it? What would you say it is?
It kind of reminds me of like it's a mixture of a lot of things, right? So it's not necessarily an SUV or a crossover or a hatchback, but it's definitely lifted. So we'll start there, right? I think it's reminiscent of like maybe a Subaru sort of sportback kind of thing.
It's kind of like what Polestar did with the Polestar 2, where
Right.
it's this like high, rugged SUV sedan. You can't call it any. They're trying to make sure that people can't go to it and be like, I don't like wagons, because they're like, it's not a wagon. Or they're like, I don't like sedans. Like, it's not a sedan. It's literally nothing. It's like a sedan, wagon, SUV, blah blah blah. They did a really good job. You can go way far into the weeds with that kind of stuff, and I think they nailed the design.
I think it looks really good.
Interior is really cool. We don't know if it's going to come over here. So fingers crossed Ford. I would love to see that over here. I don't know how well it will sell, but give it a cool like EV or plug-in electric vehicle powertrain. It might sell pretty well. It could be a little niche thing because Subaru does that and they've done really well.
Yeah.
Like everything at Shanghai seemed to be electric. The electric market in China is huge. There are subsidies for people as long as you're building the car in China as well. So
Like with a
every
partnership or
manufacturer,
something.
yeah, exactly. Every manufacturer has been churning out a lot of EVs. So I think everything we have on the list is an EV. I think that was a plug-in EV.
I'm
from
not
what I
quite sure.
remember. I think it is at least in part. So the next thing that we saw was the Toyota, and I have to look because it's Toyota. Give your cars names. I have to look down here. Toyota BV4X SUV. It's an EV SUV. It's Toyota's finally shown their fully electric vehicle. They're not doing. It's not a fuel cell like the Marios.
But it's more legitimate than the first RAV4 EV that was just a very short range.
And it used like a Tesla powertrain, right?
Yeah.
This they developed again like their sports cars in conjunction with Subaru. So we haven't seen the Subaru one yet, but we saw the Toyota one. It was a concept, but you could tell it was ready for production.
Does it seem very like the design wise? Does it look kind of like Toyota RAV4 mixed with a Mirai, like the last generation Mirai?
It looks like
angular.
like a real angular,
Like cool,
like jazzy,
sporty,
it's like a jazzy like your RAV4. No, I mean it's RAV4 adjacent, but it's trying to be EV futuristic because you always have to do something.
It's
that's
very
kinda
exaggerated, exaggerated lines, I think, in terms of angular.
Yes, but Toyota's been doing that a lot lately, and it hasn't looked good in a lot of their stuff.
No.
I think this looks really good. It's 90% looking good to me. The front,
Really?
it looks a little bit like a catfish, a little weird, but it's not as off-putting as a lot of their other designs. From
So
being
you
honest.
don't like? So you actually like that design versus like the current RAV4?
Yes, absolutely. But so, is it a thumbs up for you? Oh, we should do that. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Go back to the Ford. No, wait, go back to the Ford.
Ford, yeah.
Thumbs up.
for sure.
All right, so then the Toyota.
Toyota, I want to go right in the middle. I'm sort of not sure yet. It's not completely offensive, but I feel like most designs that are really angular don't really age well.
it's a thumbs up for me. I liked it.
You
It's
just like thumbs up.
just I love giving a thumbs up. I'm a very positive person, but yeah, I liked it. The interior was but I liked it.
I haven't seen the interior. Maybe I should
It's
look
okay.
at it.
It's okay. It looks buildable. I'll say that much.
Okay. Like close to production-ish.
Yes.
Got it.
Right. Next one is a total wild card. I did not see this coming. I don't know if you know me. You know I love a Lincoln.
I love Buick more.
love what Lincoln is doing. They do. I love what Lincoln's been doing lately. But then, surprise, they showed the Lincoln Zephyr concept. This sedan, which Lincoln's not making any more sedans in the United States. I don't know if anybody knows that, but
Yeah.
they're not around anymore. They only make SUVs. And
What do you
you
think?
saw it, right?
I dig it.
You dug it.
I mean, it looks very production, like,
Intent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's inoffensive, but I think that, like, there are a lot of elements that were taken from, like, Volkswagen products, because I think the silhouette looks very Audi.
Yeah.
I think the front end looks very Audi.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious. I've seen this. I know we're not going to get any more sedans in the United States. It doesn't really look like a Lincoln to me. It looked cool, but it was really busy to me. It
Yeah.
wasn't that calm, classy thing they're doing right now.
Like the Continental, which is...
Or not even Continental, but like the Aviator. They're just very like chic and calm to me. That seems to be. And this is like you look at it and it's like to me it just looked like a lot was going on. And it also kind of looked like that Sony. Do you see that Sony EV? A little
Yeah,
it looked like that
generic.
too. So it doesn't look that original to me. It doesn't look bad though.
I would love to drive it.
I'm gonna.
I like it.
All right, give your thumbs. I'm sorry, Lincoln. I love you, but I'm just not into that concept. All right, next one. Next one is the Audi A6 e-tron concept. This is the first time we've seen anything about the next A6, and that car's gonna be due pretty soon. This is an e-tron concept, which means it is also electric.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to say what I think?
I know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
You like it. You dig it.
I really like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I really like it. I thought it looked so good. I think the back looks super cool.
Mhm.
It reminds me of that first A6 that came out in 1996. I remember seeing it and it was so like, whoa, wild. This is not quite as crazy, but those taillights are really
It's very
cool.
fresh. It looks really fresh.
It looks fresh, and you know what? Audi wasn't making hot cars. Recently, they've been making very like crazed looking cars. They have some, like the RS6 Avant looks really good, but most of their cars don't look that great. This looks like a return to form. I used to be a real Audi person, and I had
Yeah, he was a
Audis.
real Audi fan.
I'm a real Audi person.
He's really all over the Audi.
I just love the design because it was, again, cool and calm, simple, pure, had like a very Bauhaus quality, like very timeless. So like, you look back at the original TT, it still looks great. This is not quite as clean as those original Audis, but I think it looks really good. The front looks good, the sides look good. It's not completely derivative though. It looks like its own car, and I love those taillights. I'm gonna flash the taillights up here.
Okay, I bet
in
you
a
will
photo.
flash the
I will
taillights.
flash those taillights because they look real good. Good job, Audi. Return to form. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to not be able to afford it.
So I mean, I can't assume which direction will go, but what do you think overall?
That's a way up.
Oh,
This is like
all the way up.
all the way up there. What did you? I haven't heard anything. Do you
I like it. I think it's a great evolution from the current, sort of design language that they're doing now. I think it's in line with more of the e-tron sort of product or line. So I dig it. I echo a lot of the things that you say.
Don't mess up the interior, Audi. Don't make it look all crazy like the new A3. That looks insane to me. Doesn't look good. It's too like it's got all these like lines. It's too doesn't look elegant.
You know what I've thought of? So Audi, their interiors now, it's like what the 80s like designers dreamt that their cars would look like and be like really futuristic like
This
that.
weird like Tron throwback.
Yeah.
And Tron was cool, but the way that they're doing it is just a
They
bit.
couldn't implement it back then. It just
It's
didn't come out
pandering.
right. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is that still filming?
Yes.
Wow. We have to check, guys, because I told you, but it cuts out.
Do you need to stop it and then start it again?
I can.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big thumbs up for me, and that was a thumbs up for you. Thumbs up for you. Good job, Audi.
Yeah.
Good job, Audi. And there's one more. this is from a Korean brand
Mm.
named
North
Genesis.
Oh.
I love Genesis. No, it's not. I wish it were. I wish it were North Korean.
That would be really
Hey,
cool.
throw us a North Korean car. 100% I want to see it. Genesis has been killing it, and they showed the electric version of the new G80 sedan, and they're calling it. What do you think they're calling it? Do you know what they're calling it? Do you know what the official name of that car is?
Is it something like G80 electrified sedan?
It is.
Oh, is it really?
It's literally the electrified G80. I don't know if that's the official title, but that they said in the press release, Genesis called it electrified G80. They're not making it fancy at all.
You know, I think they're just trying to differentiate it off the bat because, like, you read it in press releases in the news, and it's obvious. It's not like, what's a G80 E, whatever.
Yeah,
you know, it's not-
yeah, it's because people be like, I'm gonna try to explain to my parents. They're like,
It's
geez,
an EG80.
I'm gonna be like, go to the dealership and buy the EG80. My parents will come down and be like, our son told us to buy the
G80.
80 GV. Yeah, I don't know if there's an E in it or not.
And then they end up
you know,
buying
they'll
a really
end up-
nice like gasoline version.
Yeah, they'll end up buying the gasoline version. It's great. It's so straightforward.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it looks like a regular G80, which looks beautiful,
Mhm.
but just with like, they've closed off the grille.
What do you think about that? Like,
I think it's a good idea. I see what people are saying. We don't need grills anymore. I think we will look back at these fake grills and be like, this is ridiculous. We should have never done that.
yeah.
I guess I am so used to looking at grills. I would love to have seen them be a little more forward thinking and maybe gotten rid of the grill, but the car doesn't look good with the grill right now, so I'm not mad at it. And
So,
they
like,
could cover it up.
In a way, like similar to what they do with the Kia Niro, the gasoline and
Yes,
versus-
yeah. Kia and Hyundai has been doing that for a while.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's what the A6 e-tron concept had the same kind of thing, where it's
Yeah.
like a blocked off grill. It makes sense. It's not the most progressive, but it looks good. That car looks good. They gave it some specific EV, more aerodynamic wheels. That always helps with range hugely. And I cannot wait to see that car. They said it would get about 300 miles
That's cool.
of range, which is a good range.
I can see why they didn't really depart from that because the
Yeah.
thing is like the G80 is such a new car
Mhm.
design
Mhm.
that people love that, and if you kind of change the grille or eliminate it, people are like, well, I love the grille. Maybe the next iteration.
We'll see what they love. We'll see what they do with it. But Genesis, you're killing it. Keep killing it, because I'm gonna.
I give it 2 thumbs up. I think it's cool.
I give it a single thumbs up. But you really like it.
Yeah.
I think it looks great, but I don't think it's as avant-garde as it could be.
I think if you
So-
saw it in person, you'd be like, oh shit.
Oh, I love it. My friend actually caught it in downtown LA being filmed and sent me a photo of it. It looks great. It was in teal. Teal!
That's cool.
Such a good choice. Anyway, good job, Genesis. And that's all I have that's all the drama I have from the Shanghai Auto Show. Maybe next year we'll end up there.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So like and subscribe if you want to see more content. Make sure to hit the bell and leave some comments below.
Leave some comments below. What was your favorite thing from the Shanghai Auto Show? I want to know about that. And then on a later on show, I'm going to critique everyone's choices.
Yeah, we're gonna judge you.
Yeah, I want to hear why you like it. Don't just say I like this one. I want to hear why you like it. I want to be proven wrong in some of
Sure.
these. Yeah.
Let's start the conversation. But for now,
Thanks, guys.